we may speak of a place that is difficult to reach, but there is one visit that is considered the most dangerous on Earth. A visit that means only one thing: death. It is home to a single tribe that remains to this day a profound mystery. The Sentinelese tribe of North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island, often referred to as the Mysterious Island, lies in the Bay of Bengal near India and is administratively part of the Indian Territory. The island is inhabited by only one tribe, primitive and extraordinarily hostile. They have completely isolated themselves from the outside world to such an extent that their exact population remains unknown. Scientists estimate their numbers to be anywhere between 40 and 500 people, or perhaps even more. Yes, the gap between those numbers is enormous, and it will likely remain so for one reason alone: the tribe's terrifying violence, which prevents anyone from approaching the island and discovering more about it. Truly, it is a level of hostility difficult for the human mind to comprehend. The inhabitants of North Sentinel Island live deep within dense forests, which adds further isolation to their lives and makes understanding their culture or language nearly impossible. Yes, their language is unknown and their customs and traditions remain entirely mysterious. However, there are three things we do know about them. They are violent, they live by fishing and gathering fruits, and they show no interest in agriculture whatsoever. Let us speak more about the tribe's hostile nature. Terrifying stories have circulated about what has taken place on the island's shores. No one has ever managed to move beyond the beach into the island's interior. Anyone who approaches is met with a barrage of arrows and spears. Some return with minor or severe injuries, and some never return at all. Even helicopters have not been spared this violent reception. Do not even consider it. Approaching this island is not possible. Whether you come as a friend or an enemy, whether you set foot on its shores by accident or by intention, the outcome is the same: you will be killed. If you are still unconvinced, listen to these accounts. In 1896, according to historical reports, an Indian convict escaped and reached the shores of the island. His body was discovered by chance a few days later. He had not drowned. He had been struck by multiple arrows, one of which pierced his throat. Still not convinced? In 1974, a group of filmmakers traveled to produce a documentary about the island. What happened? The inhabitants attacked them with arrows and spears, and the film's director was struck by an arrow in his thigh. But that is not all. Following the devastating Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004, a rescue mission aboard an Indian Navy helicopter attempted to reach the island to check on survivors and deliver food supplies. The result was yet another violent reaction from the islanders, to the extent that one of them attempted to target the helicopter with a spear. Just 2 years later, in 2006, 2 fishermen fell asleep aboard their boat, which drifted during the night and ran aground on the island's shore. They were killed by the island's inhabitants. When the Indian Coast Guard later sent a helicopter to retrieve their bodies, the helicopter was attacked with arrows, forcing it to retreat without recovering the remains. The question is, why all this violence? It is said that the first recorded attempt at contact dates back to the British colonial era. At that time, British officials abducted 2 elderly members of the tribe along with 4 children and brought them to a nearby settlement. They treated them kindly in an attempt to gain their trust and facilitate control over the island. However, within just a few days, the 2 elderly men fell ill and died. The British returned the children to the island without them, which likely shocked the tribe. Could this incident have ignited the unexplained hostility toward outsiders? No one knows for certain. However, what can be explained is the cause of the 2 men's deaths. Scientists have determined that isolated tribes possess extremely weak immune systems. This means that even the simplest contact with outsiders, no matter how harmless it may seem, can be devastating to the entire tribe. They are unable to resist even common illnesses, such as influenza. There is one additional detail. In 2011, a rare non-violent interaction was recorded. A group made distant contact with the islanders without any injuries being reported. No further details were released. The key element in that encounter was coconuts. Islanders decided to open themselves to the outside world, or was it merely coincidence? Everything remains possible. It is a strange mystery, and what remains hidden may be far greater. Do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.